Well, hello there, everyone. Hopefully, you're doing outstanding on today. Wonderful Wednesday. It's January 25th in the year 2023. Yeah, and I'm Mazske Finance coming to you currently from South Florida in a beautiful spot. And I'm not a financial advisor, CPA, or attorney. Let me get that out of the way. And I'm not a forecaster for the future or a health person. Don't work in the medical field, I'm not a nutritionist, etc. But anyway, blue skies will follow the storm. That's what I'm going to talk about. And real quick before I get into that, my brother was here this morning and we went out on my kayak down the canal over to the lake. Real peaceful out there. Then we came back, cleaned the kayak off, sprayed. I always spray it off when we're done. And then we ended up sitting on my dock down there under the tiki hut because it was still shade. And we sat there for a long while chit-chatting. And he basically made a comment. He's like, man, I don't want to leave here. It's so hard to get out of this spot because it's so pleasant sitting there. The tiki hut, the fan, the water, the wildlife, turtle sticking his head out of the water. It's like paradise. Any of you want to buy a nice house with paradise? Pool's been resurfaced. And actually, while this video is uploading, it takes a while to upload. I may jump in that pool. I haven't been in that pool since it was resurfaced. And the temperature when I checked 45 minutes ago was 72 degrees. That's better than the 68 or so, or 67, whatever it was last time I swam in it, pre-work. But anyway, blue skies are coming after the storm. What do I mean by that? You've heard me if you watch my channel. I've said it multiple times. I think a storm is on the horizon. What exactly that will entail, I don't know. But you look at the debt of this country, national debt, it's like whatever it is, $33 trillion, $33.5 trillion. You look at personal savings rate for Americans. You look at 401ks. People have to work forever. You look at our healthcare system. It's in shambles. There's better healthcare outside of the United States in a variety of places. You look at our infrastructure of this country. When the current administration passes a bill, because they had a large majority in their party, to improve infrastructure, if you look at it, there's a lot of pork in that bill. But yet it's infrastructure stuff. The other side is talking about them spending. They don't care about the infrastructure. But we desperately need our infrastructure fixed. Look at mass shootings. California had 3 shootings in like 8 days. And I think I saw Louisiana had a mass shooting. And whatever other places, they're happening all over. We're killing each other. Our incarceration rate is out of control. Okay, people getting arrested, it's out of control. Viruses, they're coming faster. Climate change, it's happening. So, is there a storm coming? Yes, there's a storm coming. I don't know if it's going to happen in 2023, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. I don't know when it's going to happen. I don't have a crystal ball to tell you exactly when it's going to happen. But we're not sure. There might be a mild recession this year, but there's something bigger that's going to happen in the next sometime, couple years, sometime. And it's going to shake, rattle, and roll us, okay? It might shake up our economic system. We might lose the American dollar as the world currency at some point. We might drop as the nation's leader at some point. Our healthcare system needs to get revamped. Insurance, it needs to get revamped. Something has to give. Something will give. Cracks are showing. Why am I telling you all this? I'm not a naysayer. I'm not a negative Nancy. I'm not saying it's all doom and gloom. What I'm saying is there are blue skies after the storm. While you're going through the storm, you may not realize this. You look around and you're like, oh no, we live in a chaotic world. We do. But things are getting better. Things are getting better. You, all of you are better off now than you would have been if you lived 100 years ago, 200 years ago, 300 years ago. Let's compare something now, modern days, 2023. 300 years ago, 1723. All right, how was life different? The mortality rate, the average lifespan, I think was somewhere, I didn't look all this stuff up, I think was somewhere around approximately age 40 for the average lifespan. Right now, upper 70s, whatever the age is right now. It's a big difference. Infant mortality, babies dying. That a lot more babies used to die. Even in my family tree, going back to the 1850s or 60s, the first one coming over from Ireland, there were babies that died in childbirth or by age of 1 or 2, because my family's been traced out when the first Irish person came over on my dad's side. Okay, but and that I think that was up until the 1950s or 60s when the rate really started dropping. I think I'm not positive of that. But modern times, yes, there's still certain races have a higher infant mortality than other races, but it's dropped tremendously compared to the past. Our medicinal progress has improved greatly over the past. When I was a kid, my father was a firefighter. I grew up with scanners in the house. I would hear the terminology massive heart attack, 45-year-old male, DOA, massive heart attack, 37-year-old male, massive heart attack. You don't hear about a massive heart attack anymore. You don't have, for the most part, the 37-year-old falling over dead, because we are healthier now than we were back, this would have been the 1970s. We are healthier now. Less people smoke, except more people are vaping and smoking pot than ever before. So we'll see how that plays out. Okay. So, what's on the horizon with medical care will blow you away. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a nutritionist, nothing like that. But I read a lot of stuff about what's happening. The advances that are coming, they're speeding up. They're getting more and more. People say, a friend of mine told me the COVID vaccine was a scam. He's not educated like I am. Okay, it's not a scam. I invested in a stock company that invested in RNA technology to develop vaccines. 20 years ago, I was investing in this. I read about it back then. I studied it back then. 20 years ago, they were saying, when we perfect this, we will get to the point, eventually, where we will develop vaccines quickly. As soon as a virus is identified, within days, we'll get to that point eventually. It's 2023 right now. They're not to that day yet, but they can develop vaccines in months, whatever that. Think about when COVID hit. Sometime, I don't know when the first vaccine came out, within a year, I think. So they're getting better, and it's going to get better in the future. It's not a scam. If you're educated, if you study this stuff, I know this, you should know this. With COVID, it's going to stick around probably forever, or for a long while. The COVID vaccine is going to become an annual shot, just like the flu shot. Okay? Common sense dictates, even if you're healthy, get it. There will be a segment of society, though, that will say, it's a scam. I'm not going to get it ever. And maybe you'll be one of those and you'll get COVID 4 times, 5 times, 6 times, combined with the fact you don't want to eat healthy. Because by eating healthy, you can build up your immune system to fight off a lot of illnesses. Okay? And I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole right now talking about nutrition. But you can do that. Read the book. That the link will be below, Eat to Beat Disease, and you'll see that you can. You build up your 5 health defense systems. You can boost up all 5 and kick out the bad guys that are in your body. Okay? But things will be getting better as time goes on. And I'm not talking about next year or 2030, 7 years from now. I'm talking about the kids who are born now, when they're 25 years old, we're going to be better progressing in that direction. Those 25-year-olds, when they have kids, 25 years from now, that would be, say, almost 2050-ish, their kids will be born into life as they grow up where it should be a lot better than it is now. We are trending in that direction with all the chaos and all of this stuff that's going on that unfortunately can disrail us. Someone pushes the button, the nuclear bomb, that can set us back a couple hundred years, 1,000 years, 2,000 years. It could set us all back as a society. Okay, you can watch programs on Netflix about that. All right, so there is a storm coming, but there's blue skies beyond it. So the goal of my channel is not to scare you. It's not this for you to sit there and say, oh, the blue skies aren't going to be here for decades. Okay? Create your own blue skies in your own life. Put your blinders on. educate yourself to the ways of the world. Educate yourself to what's happening in the world. But don't obsess about a political party, one or the other. Don't obsess about any certain topic. Don't watch the news, especially don't watch Fox News. Don't watch ABC, CBS, NBC. Don't watch them unless you just check out certain local news where you live at, okay? A lot of them don't know. They know a little bit. They don't know as much as they might give on, okay? They're biased in some fashion, okay? I personally like local newspapers. Now, are they biased? Yes, they're biased. But better than ever before, they are doing research, in-depth articles, my paper, several times a week on various topics, not just the negative stuff that's happening out there, not crime and this and that, but human interest type stuff, more so than they ever done. And it's gone national with newspapers. So an article used to be a couple paragraphs, on the front page or inside page. There are articles now, maybe 2, 3, 4 times a week that are front page, inside page, another page, whole pages. And they're in-depth. It's like being in college writing a long paper. I wrote 6-page reports, 10-page reports. My boys, I think, have written 20-page papers before on some topic. Okay? They're doing that. Are they biased? Every human being is biased in some fashion. Okay? What are you going to do? Not look at anything? You got to look at something. Okay? TV news is biased more than any other news. All right? Because then you put emotion into it. You say things. It's more so. But keep this in mind. And I talk about this more on my channel and other videos, and I'll talk about it again in the future. We can create a bubble around us the best we can. A financial bubble, a health bubble, our own economy somewhat. It's impacted by outside. I was telling my brother today. He asked me if I still have a certain amount of rentals. I said yes. I said, but sometimes they fluctuate a little bit. I sell one, I buy one. But I said I might see myself getting up to 35, 40, maybe 50 at some point. But I'm not going far above that. Why? I don't need 100. I don't need 200. I don't need 300. I'm not saying I won't do it, but I don't need that much. I don't understand these people that are so greedy. I don't need a big giant jet, my own personal jet. I can live pretty cheap, so I don't need to keep chasing more and more and more and more and more. I'm not that driven. I like relaxing, all right, and exercising and eating correctly and having fun in life, enjoying every day that I'm still here kicking and breathing, all right? So anyway, I don't want to upset you. I don't want to depress you. A storm is coming. Eventually, I'll say within the next 10 years, that storm will hit us. And it could be as soon as 6 months from now. It might be 9.5 years from now. I don't know. But when it hits us, I think it's going to rock us more than we've ever been rocked, more than our forefathers were rocked. And we've had World War I, World War II. We've had the Vietnam War, the Korean War. We had the Great Depression in the 1930s. We had the Great Recession in 2008, 9, 10. We had the dot-com crash 2001-ish. We are going to get rocked harder, I think, than any of those. Be prepared. Prepare yourself. Get your investments going. Understand as a real estate investor, if we get rocked, you're going to get less rent income coming in, perhaps. Jobs right now, it's hard to find workers for all jobs. It's hard to find workers. I was reading where fast food restaurants, they're struggling to get enough workers. I see it in my local places, all signs, help wanted, help wanted. Because some of these companies have digital signs now. Help wanted, all shifts. Starting pay $13. Shift manager $16 to $21 an hour, or something like that. But I've read where they already are using more technology than before, but they're talking about more strongly if they can't find the workers and they're not projecting to get more workers as time goes on, they're going to bring more technology into the business. Less humans will work there. Because it can be done. We can get the technology to eliminate a lot of jobs. Taxi cab drivers, airplane pilots, bus drivers, Uber drivers, restaurant workers, some office people, CPAs, police officers, maybe not firefighters, but maybe technology will help. All those jobs, not tomorrow, not next year, not in 2025 or 2030, but impacts, all those jobs will feel impacts from technology coming into play, helping to eliminate the cost of hiring human beings. All right. So we will adapt to that. Society as a whole, we will adapt to that. All right. But it's going to shake us up along with everything else. It's going to shake us up. Be prepared for it. Keep yourself healthy, physically fit, mentally fit, nutritionally fit. Keep yourself fit on the inside. Educate yourself about good bacteria and bad bacteria in your gut. All right. I dare say, I'm guessing, very few of you have ordered that book, Eat to Beat Disease. I think one person put it in the comments that they're ordering it. I don't know if anyone in my mastermind group has told me they're ordering it. I'm backing out of my mastermind group just a bit. It's and I've noticed I haven't quit it, but I'm not posting there. And I've noticed no one's posting. Since I'm not posting, no one's posting, it seems like. So it is what it is. All right. Because I'm busy. I'm busy with a lot of different things. Number one, I am getting ready to head out of this country pretty soon. All right, and I will make videos. I wanted to make a video yesterday, but whatever I was doing, the days just kept going. Even today, I was out kayaking this morning, talked to my brother. I had people calling me, people texting me about different things, so on and so on. So I'm just making excuses, I guess, right? Because I don't mind being busy, but I like to relax too. So I want you to be prepared. All right, I want you to be an investor because, and I'm not saying, I think you got to be careful investing in stocks. I really think you got to be careful because that storm, stocks always feel the storm worse than other things, it seems like. Dividend stocks, if you got to do it, but I'd be careful with that. Real estate, even if we shake ourselves up, people need a place to live. All right, if we don't have the American dollar, they'll give you some commodity or something they make. I don't know. But you can't go wrong getting real estate, but no, it can be stressful buying real estate too. Okay. So I know this is getting long, so a lot of you have clicked out by now. So if you have stuck around, thank you. I appreciate it. I will get more on topic of investing and not ramble as much about other directions here fairly soon. I will be in the country of Panama again sometime fairly soon. You'll find out when I am because I will probably make some videos, but I'm going to be very busy when I'm there. I'm going to be very busy. I might make a video after I've done everything. I can tell you real briefly if you're still here. I'll just hit it in a nutshell, then I'll wrap this up. I'll tell you more detail later. I'm getting 2 private tours in 2 different areas that I'm considering living in. All right, so I got to travel to 2 different areas that are private tours. I'll spend a day with the tour guides. And then the travel time in between. And then I am also meeting with my attorney a couple different times. And I'll be going to immigration. I'll be going to the U.S. Embassy. I will be going to some other places. And I should be getting a visa. And I should be getting a driver's license if it all works out. And I should be opening up a bank account if it all works out. So we'll see. We'll see. I'll keep you posted. Probably after I'm back, I'll let you fill you in on how everything went. I'll make a long video then about how everything went. While I'm there, I might say, look at Mazske, he's here. Look at Mazske, he's here. I'll tell you a little bit about how I'm traveling there for free. I might tell you a little bit about how I'm staying there for free. All right. I might tell you about some investment because I got a revenue statement in today. I should get another statement in today, and I should get another statement in maybe today, maybe tomorrow, maybe next day. So, and whenever I get those statements in, I put it in my various spreadsheets. I got a bunch of spreadsheets. All right, so this video's got way too long. I need to get out of here, upload this video, and I need to jump in that pool over there and cool myself off because I'm hot. Have a great day. Stay safe in all you do. Mazke's signing out.